Hello, third grade, and welcome to lesson 6-7. This is the last lesson in topic 6, and we're going to talk about looking for structure and using structure to help us solve problems. Now, we're going to come across problems in this lesson that are a little bit different. So we're going to work on different strategies we can use to solve them.
How can you use structure to solve problems? Janet is painting a door. She needs to paint the entire door except for the window. What is the area of the part of the door that needs paint? Think, what do I need to do to solve this problem? I need to find the area of the door without the window. You can use the picture to help see the structure. What does the picture show about the problem?
So let's take a look at this picture. Now we can see that the entire door measures 9 feet by 4 feet. And the window that we don't want to paint, it measures 2 feet by 2 feet.
The picture shows the part of the door that needs paint and the window which doesn't need paint. It also shows the dimensions of the door, which is a rectangle, and the dimensions of the window, which is a square. Think, how can I make use of structure to solve this problem? I can break the problem into simpler parts. I can find equivalent expressions.
Think about how you can use the parts of the door to solve the problem.
How many steps are needed to solve this problem? What are those steps? There are 3 steps. Find the area of the whole door, find the area of the window, and then subtract to find the area of the part of the door that needs paint.
Select your answer.
Now here, remember, we want to paint just the door without the window. So after we found the area of the door, which was 9 times 4 is 36, we want to take away the area of the window because we don't want paint there. So we're going to take away the area of the window, which was the 2 times 2 equals 4. So we would have to subtract that from our total area.
Here's my thinking. I will subtract the area of the window from the total area. First, I will find the area of the whole door. 4 feet times 9 feet equals 36 square feet. Next, I will find the area of the window. 2 feet times 2 feet equals 4 square feet. Which equation shows the area that needs paint? "36 minus 4 equals 32 square feet. The area of the part of the door that needs paint is 32 square feet. You can check to make sure your solution is correct. Add the area of the window to the area of the part of the door that needs paint. The total should equal the area of the whole door. Now you know how to make use of structure to solve problems. You can check to make sure paint is 32 square feet.
So now we have the area of the door. So it says place a door on the mat, then place a window on the door. So if we have our workspace right here, and we have, for example, let's use the 8 by 5 door. Okay, so 8 times 5 is 40. Now, we want to put a window on that door and we don't want to paint the window. So we can use a really small window, the 3 feet by 2 feet. So if I put this over here, I need to subtract 3 feet by 2 feet. So my 40, take away 3 times 2 is 6, gave me 34. Now, if I wanted to do a different one, what if I want a 7 by 7 door and I want to put a really big 4 by 3 window? So my 7 times 7 is 49. And before I add this, 4 times 3 is 12. So I know I'm going to do 49, take away 12. That's going to give me my 37 square feet. And you can do this with all of the options that you chose. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our notes and our guided practice. So for this lesson, again, we're looking at what we can do we're looking for what we can do to help us solve larger problems. Now, we can look for patterns that we see. We can break things into smaller pieces. So again, if we had that door that measures, if we have the door that measures 9 times 4, and we have a 2 by 2 foot window that we don't want to cover with paint. So we need to find the area of the door that needs paint without the window. So I could do the area of the door, 9 times 4, minus the area of the window, which is the 2 times 2. So 9 times 4 gives me 36, and 2 times 2 equals 4. 36, take away that 4, gives me 32 square feet because I'm measuring in feet. So my area will be 32 square feet. Now I could have cut this a different way. If I wanted to cut it this way, where I'm cutting long, skinny pieces, and then this piece and this small piece up here. I could have done this one, which is a 9 times 1, because I know this area was 2, right? The length of this side is 2 because this is a square window, 2 times 2. So this side is 2. So this is 2 over here. Now I know there's a piece on either side, so there's going to be the 1 here and the 1 here to equal the 4 altogether, because all 3 of these parts over here need to equal my total. So this is a 1 times 9 section right here, or sorry, a 9 times 1 section. And then this side, same thing, 9 times 1 section. Now over here, I know this is a 2 by 2. This is 1 unit over here. Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see my unit lines where I drew out my grid. There we go. You can see that I drew out my grid lines over here so that you guys are able to follow along with all of my measurements. So this is 1 unit right here. So this is 1 times the 2 units over here. So 1 times 2 is 2. Now over here, I counted how many units I had. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this made 7, 8, and then 9. So that equaled my total side. So this became a 6 times 2, which was 12. Now, in order to solve, I could have done either one of those to find it. I could have either cut it up into small pieces and calculated the small pieces individually, like this, or I could have done the total area minus the area that I don't want and found those areas all together. Either way, I still get to 32 square feet, no matter which way I decide to solve. So sometimes it's easier to cut it. Sometimes it's easier to just take the area of the whole and then subtract the area of the part that you don't want. It depends on the question that you're working on. So over here, after I cut it up, I added all of my partial areas, right? I did 9 plus 9 plus 12 plus 2 to find my area. So let's take a look at another example over here. Now I know this has a lot of writing in it, and I'm going to explain all of the writing to you as I go. So I have a picture frame over here, and I want to find the area of the shaded section. That's the colored in part. Now I know this whole side is 6, and this whole side is 8. And the inside measures 2 by 4. Now, one way that I can do it is I could take the area of the whole thing, do 6 times 8, which equals 48. And then the area over here in the middle, 2 times 4, which equals 8. And I can subtract them from each other. 48 take away 8 will give me 40 square centimeters. Or what I could do is I could cut it up. So I could cut this into a rectangle, this into a square, this into a square, and this into another rectangle. So if this is 2, then that means this over here is also going to be 2. And that makes these each 2. So 2, 4, 6, because these are equal sections. They were each 2 centimeters long. This stayed as 8. So this became a 2 times 8 rectangle, which gave me 16 square centimeters. This became a 2 by 2 square, which gave me 4 centimeters. Another 2 by 2 square, which gave me 4 centimeters. And another 2 by 8 rectangle that gave me 16 centimeters. So I can add those together, 16 and 16 and 4, which gave me 40 centimeters. Or sorry, 40 square centimeters. Now, whether I went about it this way, where I took the whole and then subtracted off the part I don't know, or if I cut the whole, or if I cut the areas that I want into small pieces and then put them together, either way, I arrived at the same answer. My area hasn't changed. The way I counted it changed, but I didn't add anything extra and I didn't take anything out. Now for your guided practice, it says, how can you think about the total area of the frame? So this is the frame from your question. This is drawn in your book. So this is a picture frame and there was a picture in the middle. You can think, I can find the area of the whole square frame. So this was a 5 by 5 square frame. And then I subtract the middle rectangular area where the picture goes. So I can do 5 times 5 minus over here the 2 times the 3, because over here it shows us that this section right here is 3 and that this section right here is 2. So I can take 5 times 5 minus the 2 times 3 to find it. So I'm going to use all of that information that I gathered to solve. 5 times 5 gives me 25 and 2 times 3 gives me 6. So 25 square inches minus 6 square inches gives me 19 square inches. So again, cut it any way that's easy for you to solve, and then add your partial areas together at the end, or find the area of the whole thing and then take away the part that you don't need. Whichever one is easier for you is absolutely fine for you to do. If you have any questions about this lesson, let me know. Otherwise, I hope you have an amazing day. Take care. Bye-bye.